Monday morning. All right. Now, I know it's supposed to be KP's night, but I'm taking over for him while he's down. He's going to be back, y'all. And, yeah, he's going to be back. He's going to make it back. He's going to pull through this. All right. Let's start by calling out the names who's chatting so far. Yoza, he's laying some asphalt over yonder in the UK. I think the UK. All right, Skywalker, welcome in. Good morning. I thought you was gonna be on vacation. There's the beautiful Melissa. Catfish Fever and Outdoors. Indiana Chris. Welcome in, Gigability. Fishing Frustrations UK. JBT, Fishing with JBT. Welcome in. Welcome in, Don Johnson. And welcome in.
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs. Don't you forget it.
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing pretty good.
Great news. God is great, brother. God is great.
Yeah, he is. As far as my heel, I went to have it x-rayed Friday, and they couldn't find no fractures or broke bones or anything in it. They just found, believe it or not, she asked me, did I have shrapnel in my ankle? And I told her no. She said, well, there's two little dots right there. And I said, that's probably where my vein got taken out of my leg when I had my open heart surgery. She said, yeah, that's probably what it is. But now on Kenneth's side, everybody loves KP. And everybody's praying for KP. And it's doing its thing, you know. Prayers are answered. Maybe not the way you want them to all the way, but they are being answered. I got to talk to him this morning. Melissa talked to him also. His daughter held the phone to his ear, and when I started talking to him, he started coughing. I took that as I've been there. I know that. I know that people know what you're saying to them, and they react in some way because I did. I tried to react, and so not this morning. We talked to him yesterday evening, whenever it was. But he's doing fine, y'all. He's and Katelyn's holding up strong. She got a little bit worried about the financial part of it, and taking care of his bills like the mortgage and all that stuff because it's at the first of the month, Yeah, his whole left side was affected, and they thought that his whole left side was affected and his speech, but they thought that his right side was affected by the second stroke he had, and welcome in, Stephen Carter.
Hello, Hog Leg Skywalker.
What up, Steven? AKA Egghead. What's up, brother?
Most of the glue is gone.
Oh, wow.
There's
That's
still
good,
a little in there, but it's mostly gone.
So it just feels like sleepyhead, huh?
Yeah.
Oh man. He
I
can't.
tell you, if I still had a head full of hair like you two, it'd still be down to my butt right now.
Hey, I used to have sport a mullet back in the 90s and 80s and 90s, and
Man, mine on average, I kept mine halfway between my waist and ribs.
Mullets are back, Hogleg. I don't know if you know
Yes, they are. There's a lot of young people have them.
yeah.
I'm going to sport one here this week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I started growing a mullet back, but because we was going to have a 80s tournament, and where you had to dress up like in the 80s, and I was going to grow one. It got down to my shoulders, and I cut it off. 'Cause the 80s tournament never happened.
Well, when I cut my all the long hair off, I went to a mullet, and I just progressively got a little shorter and a little shorter with it. And the shorter I went, the thinner it got.
That's what normally happens. Melissa, now, you forgot to say something, Hogleg. Melissa told me on the down low. She said, everyone's glad your foot's okay. But what you forgot to mention was they tested your foot, and they found a little hog leg DNA in that foot.
Yeah, there you go. Oh man. Well, I used to walk through the courthouse things and set them off, and we never could figure it out. Maybe that's, I used to race back in the day, and maybe I got some metal in my leg somehow or another back then. I don't know.
Who knows, man? All of us probably got some like metal we don't know about, especially as fishermen, right?
Yeah.
We got some hooks in us, some hook
Yeah.
tips, something.
Yeah.
Glad to hear your head's good though, Steven. That's good news.
Yeah, but there's when you get a serious cut like that, there's always numbness around it. So there is some numbness up there.
Yeah, that's the
And
way
it'll be that way for a while.
Yeah,
that's where my left foot is. I about cut it off with the grinder.
Mm-hmm.
September 6th, 2 years ago.
Stretch.
And I can't feel nothing. Look at there.
Yeah, your nerves got to get back to normal, Steven.
Yeah.
But with my herniated disc in my neck, so the back of my neck is still numb, and the back of my head back here is still numb. And so until that disc gets off that nerve, it's gonna be numb. It's weird. It's the weirdest feeling.
Yeah. Well, you do deep cuts, and you're going to do that nerve damage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Deep cuts. It looked like half your brain was hanging out there, bro.
I tell you what, they bandaged that sucker for real.
Yeah, they did.
They said, "Oh, just put a little glue on it; it'll be all right. We'll wipe off that brain tissue there." And
yeah, well, they said it was actually about 1 centimeter deep down into the fatty tissues.
Jeez.
There you go. Indiana Chris says my cousin had a strand of wheel stuck in his leg. He started working the way out. Yeah, I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
I had a cartridge explode while shooting a .22 revolver, and the end of my thumb was black for years.
Oh wow!
Happened to me.
Years it was black. It finally went away.
Well, them nylon tow ropes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's a tow rope that's made out of nylon, thick, real big nylon, about that big around.
Mm-hmm.
And when they get old, they get brittle. And I went out there and grabbed it up, and this went about 3 years ago, and I'm still getting that little piece of nylon out of my finger right.
Oh, good night.
Mm-hmm.
Every once in a while it'll work its way out some more. And
Ooh, no, thank you.
it's brittle.
Just, broken fiber sticking in you.
Yeah, piece of broken nylon.
Mhm.
Oh my
And
goodness.
ain't no telling how far it goes because I've been every time it gets out a little bit further, it keeps breaking off. But I'm
Isn't
getting
the
it.
human body amazing how it does that, hog leg? It
Yeah.
you know, and Steven, when you get metal or something, how your body pushes it to the surface.
Mhm.
That's just amazing to me how the human body just works like that. You know, beyond that, but
Wow, Vanessa Kitty says she has fragments of metal in my left hand. Heel.
yeah, I had the same thing with Steven. I don't know how it happened, but I was learning how to shoot when I was 15, you guys. And hand was like this. My thumb was sticking up like this. So the recoil after I shot just barely clipped the top of my thumbnail. I don't know how it didn't rip the dang thing off.
Oh wow.
It literally, like I was stupid. My thumb was up, so the kick, it missed my thumb, barely nicked my thumbnail, but I got so like I can't explain how that
Well,
didn't go sideways.
when I got my 40 Smith and Wesson 40 cal the first time, you know, I it's a big gun and you know how it slides back.
Hmm.
I shot it for the first time, and man, it tore my hand up right there. The slide,
Yeah.
ooh, man, it hurt.
Yeah, it could have been worse though. We could have shot ourselves in the foot or something, you know.
Yeah, I got I got this 38 sitting right here.
You got it sitting right there. I love it.
When you see me, you see my Second Amendment.
Hey, I have one in every room, and my wife thinks I'm crazy. I'm like, just wait. If someone comes in, you never know what room you're going to be in, and you're going to want to get to it. We ain't got no
Right,
little kids around, so I ain't got
right.
to worry about that.
I have my grandfather's 38, and I have a 45 that I bought back in '94.
45.
Yeah.
Man, that's a powerful gun.
It's like a wise man once said, try
One
that.
shot, one story.
Yeah. 'Cause I used to have a 45 Super Blackhawk, a revolver. It
Mhm.
was nickel plated, had a 9-inch barrel on it. And I bought it because I thought I was going to shoot it. You know, I hunted a lot back then because I was sitting in tree stands and I thought if a deer came up under my tree stand, I could take that and shoot him with my left hand. Point my left hand across my man. You crazy. You can't see I'm right handed and I could barely hold that gun with my right hand if
Mhm.
I shot it.
I've thought about shooting a deer with my pistol, but when you have a 35 Wheeling that stops them in their tracks, you shoot one with a 45 or something like that, and you're going to trail it for a little ways.
But to answer your question, Hogleg, yeah, I just got back. We just got back from vacation. We left Thursday night. Just got back. What a weekend!
So, what have your temperatures been?
Feeling the floor. You mean to?
Oh man.
You good?
Oh yeah, we're good.
Oh, okay. But yeah, but I just got back. So crazy thing. So real quick, I don't want to take up the whole damn
Oh,
thing.
you go right ahead.
So we go right, and there's We go check in. There's a casino in the place, right? I said, my limit, I plan on losing it, $1,000 to gamble with for 3 days.
Right.
Wife checks into the spa. I go downstairs. I head straight to that casino, boy. I put $100 in a $10 machine.
Mm-hmm.
My third pull, $12,000 jackpot. Most I've ever won in my life. I'm like,
Wow.
you gotta be kidding me, right?
Time to leave.
So I call the wife. I say, get down here. You wouldn't believe what just happened. She comes down. 20 minutes later, $3,000 jackpot. Go back up, get something to eat dinner, go back downstairs, $5,000 jackpot. I did a video on my Twitter. So I ended up leaving with $40,000. I've never had that much cash in my hand in my life. But since I was winning so much, the director of the hotel came out. And I was talking, I said, hey, because, you know what they say, closed mouths don't get fed.
Right.
So I asked him, I said, hey, do you mind comping my rooms for the night? He said, you know what? Yeah, we can do that for you. So the rooms were $400 a night.
Wow.
They comped 3 nights. And the whole reason why we went is because, I don't know if you guys ever heard of her. Her name's Lisa Caputo. She's the Long Island medium. She had a TV show forever. I don't know if you guys have ever heard. Well, she was having a show there. And I said, hey, can I get, my wife and I got tickets from the nosebleeds. Can you hook me up with some tickets? He says, heck yeah, I can. How about these? Go to Will Call and I'll meet you there. And I get there. I told him, I'm going to get the tickets. Maybe he got us a little bit closer. And I'll send you the pictures, Holly. First row, $150 a piece, right? If I would have paid for them. And then the show starts, and I'm sweating, and because I believe in this stuff, right? I'm sweating, and my heart's pounding. As soon as she does her little spiel, she comes right up to me, and she looks right at me. I said, ouch. I put my sunglasses on immediately. And she says, you. She says, who's the mother with the lungs? And I told her, my mom passed away of lung cancer. And she started telling me, and then she told me verbatim what I told my mom in her coffin as I leaned over to a coffin, and I told her how I said goodbye. But she said, this is your mom telling you. And then she goes, wait. She goes, who's the brother? And in front of thousands of people, boys, I just broke down like a baby. I said, that's my brother. He just passed away. She says, well, your mom just threw him in front of her. Like, you talk to your brother. But making a long story short, it was the most amazing thing that's ever happened. Like, how would this lady know this stuff? Like, it was just an amazing freaking weekend, and I am burnt. But I kept checking the KP status all weekend, and I had everybody in the audience. I said, my friend KP, before I give this microphone back, can we all say a prayer for KP? And so we got another about 2,000 prayers that night for KP. So
wow.
But yeah, that was just an amazing weekend, guys. But I am burnt.
Wow.
I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it the rest of my life.
No, you won't forget that because
to change the subject real quick, Vanessa, what caliber is that?
no,
$22 pocket. Oh, a little 22. That's all you need. I got one with a strap that goes around my ankle. I'll get the job done.
Yeah, Chris, that's what I paid for my Super Black Hawk. It was made out of nickel barrel, and nickel plated all over. $250 years ago, and that was a really good price.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good price. That's a heavy gun too.
44 Magnum.
Well, I didn't pay $250 for it. I had a trailer that I bought for $100, and I took it home and I repainted it, and I took it up there and to sell it or transmission crafters. Uh, and a guy in there wanted the trailer, so I told him, I said, I have $250 in it. What you got to trade? And he traded me that, and it was in mint condition. That gun.
Morning Parker Pursuits.
Good morning, Fishing and Freedom.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Parker Pursuits.
We're just on here telling war stories and scars and what we have in our bodies, what parts of metal we have in our bodies. Welcome, guys. You're missing out.
Yeah. Carried a Colt 1911 for a long time. Old government model. Yeah. Them old Colt 1911s is something else.
Ooh, man, you gotta walk around like Dirty Harry, man. A little 22 would do the job. That's actually, I'm not man. I mean, I'm man enough to admit it. Like, that's my favorite gun. I can shoot that. That feels like a shooting a BB gun.
Heck yeah. That let's see, Real and Virtual just bought a 22 semi-automatic handgun.
Ooh.
Yeah. You know, he's the dude in the wheelchair that his arms like this, and he plays video games, American Trucker and all that. Real and Virtual, look him up.
Nice.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Hey, did you all get to the lake at all this weekend? Get some fishing time in? I know you didn't, Holiday, but
No, I sure didn't. Did you, Steven?
Me? No,
Yeah.
I don't do any fishing.
You know, you heard Pork Chop got a boat, didn't you?
Yes.
Oh, it
It's gonna be heck.
He's going to be calling out everybody.
Heck yeah.
it's going to be called. What'd you say? It's going to be called, Hog Leg? The pork rind or something?
Oh man. Let's see. I got a picture of it. He sent me. Notification.
I need to get the navigation lights put on my boat so I can run it at night.
Oh, yeah, that would help, Steven.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to be out there in the dark, brother.
Nope.
If you don't have your red and green in the front and your white in the back, they'll ticket you. You can have all the lights on it you want, but if you don't have those lights on it, they'll ticket you.
So that's cool.
Hey, that's something, Buck Williams. I gotta share this with y'all. Let's see. Click on it. Make it big.
What's up, Indiana Chris?
Man.
Now, I looked at the Desert Eagle 550 cal
Oh man.
ago, and it was too big, for me to grip. I liked it, but it was just too big for me to grip. So
Yeah, you better be down, strapped into something and shooting that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Indiana Chris said my cousin Rick Olston used to own Olston Firearms, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Wow. Buck Williams sent me this picture. Anybody want some biscuit and gravy?
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh man.
That's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life right there. Look at that.
Yeah. Oh man.
There's a video on YouTube. They were having middle school aged boys in the UK try biscuits and gravy, and some of them were a little bit hesitant about it, but as soon as they bit into it, they thought they died and gone to heaven.
Oh, I bet.
This is Pork Chop's new boat. New to him, anyway.
Hey, there he can name it biscuits and gravy.
There you go. Share screen. Oops. Come to the dog on it. Man.
Oh man, and there was this very beautiful young lady that worked there, casino manager. Holy smoke! I said, you know what? I'm 46. I'm not hitting on you, but you are gorgeous. And she smiles and she goes, "Well, what's your name?" I said, "My name's Gabriel. I'm an old man. Thank you for making an old man feel good." She was totally cool. My wife was laughing.
Oh man.
She was. She should have been a model or something. I'm like, what are you doing working here? She'd be a model.
Best looking woman ever seen in my life.
Oh, she was.
A woman coming out of the Orlando airport.
Oh, really?
I don't know how much money her sugar daddy spent on her.
I couldn't believe I even said that. I just came out of my mouth. I guess the older you get, boys, I just figured the less you care about what you say.
Yeah. There's an old Bayliner fishing ski. Like got mercury on the back. Well, it's even still got the tonneau cover where it covers up the.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I like how he got a white one too, so if he wants to paint it, it's easier.
Yeah, really.
The one bit of advice I'll tell them: get a garage to put it under. Keep it under something and out of the weather.
Yep. Welcome in, Donald Senior.
Welcome.
Hello, Donald.
Yeah, that's the life of a boat, is keeping it under cover.
Mm-hmm.
And I got mine parked out there in a little shed.
Right. You want to, especially fiberglass boats.
Yep.
You know that
You don't want a metal boat.
Fiberglass will crack.
Yeah.
You've got water leaks in it, and then you've got water between the holes, rotting out on you.
The biggest thing about fiberglass boats, if you drill a lot of holes moving around your transom,
Mm-hmm.
you better be filling them with marine putty, because if you don't, the water's going to get in there and it's going to rot.
Yeah.
And,
what's the material they're using now? Because you can't use metal boats anymore. I mean, it's too damn hot.
aluminum.
And that doesn't get like sweltering hot. Like out on it.
It can, if you're fishing during the summer and you got all that sun hitting on it, it'll lock your hiney up.
Oh man, no.
Yep. Oh, I got as far as opening my bimini top, I got for my boat, and looking at it, it's it's what it is. It is what it is.
I just got my bank boys that I fish off of and my 12-foot rod, so I can get it way out in the middle.
There you go.
But you got to have a 12-foot rod to be a shore fisherman, a cat fisherman, because you got to get it way out there to get the big ones. You can catch all the little ones in the shallow waters, but the big ones in the deep.
And hey, my bulldog rod.
Oh, look at this. Is that new?
Yep, brand new.
Oh, let's see it.
It's hang with me, y'all. My fat fingers.
Anticipation's killing me.
Yeah. There's more than one way to skin a cat.
Yeah, back to work tomorrow.
I know all of y'all are tired of seeing my rod. So I got some new rod socks.
Oh, I need to get those. I beat the hell out of my rods.
Yeah, I done got them on Melissa's rod.
Melissa has some nice rods. You can't see them under those socks, but man, Melissa's got the bling.
Yep. And
I got whatever on sale at Guns and stuff. Whatever they got on sale, that's the rod I'm getting. It gotta be a 12-footer though. Do you boys recommend getting some of that glow in the dark tape that I see some people do for the tips? Because it's starting to get darker now at like 8 o'clock. You can see the tip moving. Oh, is that what you got right there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
wait a minute.
It's not expensive.
All right, let me see it.
Let's see here.
Yeah.
2
Okay.
inch by 33 feet.
That'll work. 'Cause I got the bells on there that are supposed to be glow in the dark, but they ain't glow in the dark. I can't see them.
No. I believe it was Chunky who said that you need, where it overlaps, you need to use a heat gun on it for it won't stick good.
Ooh. Donald Knight says, sent you a little video clip, Hog.
Eddie Gross.
What's up, Eddie?
Welcome in, Eddie Gross. Yeah.
Is it Gross or Gross?
Good question. Could be
I
either.
would call him Gross.
We could just say Eddie Gross.
That's actually a pretty common last name. I know a couple of ball players that had that last name. A kid in my school had that last name.
Fishing and Freedom, I have a TWC rod. It's the medium action spinning rod that I have from them. It's real nice.
I got to get one of them Mad Cats that everyone's talking about. I like my rods too because they're light. Like I'm used to the old school rods, how they're kind of heavy. These suckers are light they're so nice, especially for casting and. Actually, I gotta carry them since I'm a bank fisherman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta check out those.
Dave Bozarth, if I pronounce that correctly.
What's up, Catfish Dog?
Welcome in, Catfish Dog.
Fishing and Freedom, yeah, I really like it.
Bozer.
But I can't say I like it any better than my Rippin' Lips rods.
Yeah. I just love that name. That's a great name for bass fishing too.
Yeah, Rippin' Lips.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hot. It's sweltering hot here, boys. Summer's finally arrived. Here we are, August 7th. It's finally summer in California.
Wow.
I will say this about the tangling with catfish. It has a little more flex than the medium action Rippin' Lips.
Yeah,
I have the medium action spinning tangling with catfish and a medium action spinning ripping lips. And the tangling with catfish has a little more flex in it.
Good morning, Dave. Yeah, I like this. I like heavy action, man. Only because of my circle hooks. I want the hook I want the fish to hook itself. But at the same time, if I have a smaller fish, I can't even feel it on there. There's no fun in it. There's no fight because the rods,
Yeah.
Yeah, a medium action or a medium light catfish rod is good if you're catching your 5 to 10 pound fish. But when you get into your, especially over 30s, you really want something more.
Can't get the sound to play. But watch the mayflies on it.
Oh, okay. Oh, no. No. Oh, no. Bye. I'd be out of there. That looks like the apocalypse.
Yeah, don't it? Wow.
Oh, no.
There you go.
We don't see that stuff in California, boys. Not even close. We get agitated because there's little tiny moths, tons of those little moths. Those things,
Yeah.
no. I'd be out of there.
Come on, Skip.
The mayflies are something else when they're out in mass. The gas stations that are around the Ross Burnett Reservoir, they'll be attracted to the lights, and it'll be like an oil slick under the pavilion there around the. And when you drive off, all you can hear is the cracking of the bug.
Chris says do some shrooms and watch some mayflies.
Skipjack City, how are you doing?
Good morning, Skipjack City.
Welcome in, Cindy.
I'm going to tell you what'll scare the daylights out of you. When you're in a boat out on the water in like a wooded area of a smaller river, and a great blue heron flies over and squawks just as it gets over you.
Yeah.
Man, you'll come up out of the boat just about. You
about hit the deck, huh?
Oh man, them biting flies. Yeah, I imagine that would scare you to death.
I'd be jumping in the water. Yep. I'm jumping in, guys. Man overboard. I'll swim to shore. I'll meet you guys back at the truck.
The only thing is down here, you jump in, alligator might get you.
Oh no! See, there's just too many elements. You guys got.
And another thing that will scare you, that won't hurt you at all, but will scare you and make you hurt yourself, is when we're in the woods at night and a barred owl starts to caterwaul.
Yeah. Yep.
You wake up like Joe Pesci from that movie, My Cousin Vinny, where he gets that hotel and that owl's out there, and he wakes up. He's, what the hell was that? And he goes out there with this gun. Do you guys remember?
Yeah.
It's probably something like that. I bet that hawk was.
What is a grit?
Wow. Yeah.
Hey, I've been walking back to my deer stand for the evening hunt, and run up on a covey of quail. Man, you mean God. I was gonna shoot something.
Oh man.
Father said that one of his brother-in-laws messed his pants up when he walked up on a covey of quail at night, and they flew up between his legs.
Wow. Yeah, you're trying to be all quiet and stuff and listen to the nature and listen to everything around you. real quiet, and then all of a sudden a COVID quail shoot up in front of you. Oh my God.
Y'all got, yeah. That's why people out here are so soft. You guys got real animals, alligators, real insects. Everything's multiplied by 10 out there. We got little those little lizards. You guys have freaking alligators, okay? That's why Californians are so soft.
Alligators don't really bother you.
No.
That's what I heard.
Not
They
unless
keep
they're
them
hungry or you mess with them.
They're not like the saltwater crocs they have down in Australia. You know, that's for real danger right there.
Thank goodness for that. I'm
Yeah.
surprised y'all ain't got bullhead sharks in your lakes.
Oh, we do.
We have them. They come up in the rivers a lot.
Ah,
Really, the smaller ones. It's not big 10-footers that coming up in there.
But still, they'll bite you.
yeah, they're more aggressive than great whites.
Oh.
You know, Creole catfishing. What was it, 2 years ago? Got into a school of young ones on a live stream.
Really?
Yeah. He caught several in the 2 to 3 foot range in one live stream.
That's crazy.
And that was
live action. Yeah.
And that was north of Baton Rouge. So they come pretty good ways up the river.
No, yeah, I saw a documentary about that.
Where's hold on.
They have been caught as far north as St. Louis.
Schroeder says, "Good morning, Melissa." He's down here playing with his toys because we haven't gotten the dog back yet. The dog is still at we boarded him, so we're gonna pick him up tomorrow. So Schroeder's got the whole house to himself, so he's just delighted.
As low as the Mississippi River got last fall, early winter, I'm surprised they didn't go significant ways up the river.
Man, yeah, if there was a line that could do it, and I'd try and catch one of them, just to say I caught one. And then, but they'll just still shoot that line right up.
Oh no, that's where you use steel leaders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
really?
There was that one stream where he kept he getting bites, and they cut his line. He get another bite, cut this line, and the next time he went out, he took some steel leaders with him.
All right, Chris.
He ended up landing several bull sharks.
Wow, that would be so cool.
You see what
that was in the Atchafalaya River, not in the Mississippi.
See what Richard said, didn't you?
They go that far north? Holy smokes!
Yeah, and the only reason they stopped there is because it was dammed.
Ah, yeah, keep them down there and over there. I don't want them here.
They've been caught in the Great Lakes. I don't know how far into the Great Lakes, but just into the Great Lakes.
Those things
that is your smaller juvenile sharks.
The Great Lakes in person looks like, because I'm in California. I got the Pacific Ocean out here. When I was in Chicago, I looked out on the Great Lake. It looked like the freaking ocean. I'm like, that's a lake.
Yeah.
Looked like the ocean.
Yep.
Fascinating stuff. I can't believe they go that far north, though. That's insane.
Yep. When I was younger, my family lives all over the state of Florida. I was born in Plant City, Florida, and migrated north when I was 6 years old. But anyway, I got family all over the state of Florida. But I used to go down there and for my summers and stay with different people, family members. And I always wanted to go to my Uncle James and Aunt Cleany's because they live in Chesser Whiskey. And now well, my granny did live there, and uh, mom and dad has a piece of property down there, and or had, now they're divorced. But anyway, that's what he lived up in one of them canals in Chester Whiskey, and he would go out, or we would go out, and we would fish for shark, nothing but shark, and we didn't keep none over 4 foot long. We caught many of them, but we just cut the line.
Well, when I was a kid, we would go down to the Gulf of Mexico and fish, and a little community called Pass Christian, and we would catch stingrays more than anything.
Yeah.
We would catch stingrays. And you catch little plate-sized stingrays on light gear. That's
Good luck with that.
that's a good
Yeah.
fight.
Well, I catch stingrays when I go to Darien, Georgia, fishing for flathead.
Mhm.
Where the Gulf lets out into, where the Altamaha River lets out into the Atlantic.
Mhm.
We catch plate-sized stingrays like that all the time.
Hood fishing, he 9 months out of the year, 8 months out of the year, he catches nothing but catfish there in the Mississippi River. But in those summer months, when it gets brackish in that area, he gets into the gaff top catfish, hardhead catfish, bull sharks, and stingrays, and occasionally a redfish.
Yeah.
But he's just a little bit south of New Orleans.
Now, my uncle had what looked like a baseball bat. I don't know, maybe 3 feet. And then it had a hook at the end of it. And it was just for stingrays when we go shark fishing out here in the bay, because we'd
Right.
catch tons of them. And we'd reel them in. They'd go right under the boat. They just glide through the water. You want to talk about a fight, but he'd always hook them through the fin, the side fin, with that bat.
Yeah.
And then unhook them. So I guess that he wouldn't get stung. I never got to ask him, but
Yeah.
I've never seen a tool like that before, but
Yeah.
he used it for every stingray.
Right.
But yeah, those things, woo. They were normal size ones too.
When I was,
Shark gear. And that's a fight, boy.
yeah. When I was young, the same place we would go out and we would stuff trout fish, and we'd go out and just cruise around at idle, and we'd throw it and reel it in, throw it and reel it in, throw it and reel it in. It's kind of like bass fishing, and we would just troll. Not troll, but at a very slow speed.
Yeah.
And I was looking down, and I kept seeing the manta rays. They look like stingrays, but they're huge. And they won't hurt you. They'll make you mess your pants, though. And I kept looking down, in that area, it ain't but, maybe 4 or 5 foot. And, you could see the bottom. And we were trolling along there, and I was at the front of the boat, and I was throwing my thing out, and all of a sudden we hit a sandbar, and the boat stopped. And I fell out on the right side of the boat, and all that went through our mind was the manta rays. And let me tell you, I went around the boat. I went around the front of the boat, got back in on the left side, and never got wet.
Oh my
I
god!
was hanging that boat,
You said don't let that ray get me.
Yeah. Welcome in fishing with Squirrel.
What's up, Squirrel?
Hey, Squirrel.
You have a good day also.
Hey, I'm going to get me a cup of coffee. I'll be right back.
All right. Welcome in.
Jody will entertain you in my absence.
Hey,
Hey,
how's-
Jody.
how's my audio?
That's good. It's good.
Okay, I put it through my headset microphone this morning.
Okay. That sounds good.
Well, great.
Where you headed?
I'm headed to work, but I got like an hour and a half drive.
Oh, good night.
Yeah. It's too late when I got off the water last night and I was sleepy, so I waited till this morning to drive in.
Yeah. You got your boat behind you, your pontoon behind you?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. I don't know where I'll be this weekend. I don't want to come all the way down here and get it.
Yeah, really.
They got that Smoky Mountain Expo this weekend at Gatlinburg
Yeah.
or the Pigeon Forge.
Pigeon Forge.
Yeah, it's Friday and Saturday, so I'll probably pull my pontoon over there. And I don't know if I'll. Someone told me a place to go fish. Fracture Fix has been telling me a place to fish over there. And I thought, well, I may try it. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
That'll give me enough time in the daylight to find my way around and, the boat ramp and everything where I'm not doing it all in the dark.
Yeah, I got one of Fracture Fix's cards. Uh I don't know what lake it is though, what river system.
Oh, yeah. I think, well, he fishes down Tennessee some, down around Chattanooga. That's where I've always seen him at.
Yeah. That's probably it then.
Hmm.
I got a card with his tracks on it.
Yeah. When Daryl had to tow me to the ramp, he jumped right. I always hand load. I always do everything myself. He jumped right in the water and hand loaded my boat for me.
Fracture Fix?
Yeah,
Oh wow. Fracture
that's
Fix is one heck of a guy.
that's the only. I probably hand loaded my boat 40, 50 times over the last 2 years. That's the first time anybody's ever jumped in the water and done it for me.
Oh wow. Huh.
Yep.
Yeah, that's one heck of a guy right there.
Yeah.
He's we were driving around looking for furniture pieces of the road. We also got sweet corn cukes and tomatoes from the local farms as well. Yeah, down here we got what they call farmers market.
Hmm.
The one in Albany though, it's right in the quarters, so don't go there.
There was a few years we'd go down there and buy a load of cantaloupe and watermelon, and come back and sell them.
Yeah, yeah. I heard somebody else said they walk up to an old couch or something. I can't remember who that was. Couch or something, and just cut the back out of it.
Yeah.
Recycled leather furniture. Yeah. We have a couple of veggie stands here locally. And then Chris.
You talking about cutting the back out of furniture?
Yeah.
My ex-husband worked at the landfill, and he said when the couches come in, they would cut them open, and there'd be like unreal amounts of money fall out of them.
Wow.
Yeah, they would just cut, the material off the back, and where it fall down the cracks and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Indiana Chris says, "Hey to Jody, stay safe."
well, thank you. I appreciate that. I try my best to.
As
I know
Google
something.
Travel said,
I know
as
something I'm
Google,
buying this week. Some LED headlights.
All right, for your truck.
Yep.
What'd you say, Stephen?
I was going to say, as Goober Powell would say, Jody, Jody, Jody.
I love Gomer Pyle. He's one of my favorites. How's your head?
Oh, it's healing up. Most of the glue was out of it. It's gonna be a few more days before all the glue gets out, but it's coming out.
There you go. Brush your hair more often, Steve.
The brush ain't gonna help it. It's actually washing it gets the glue out.
Oh. Catfish Dog said I live 30 miles from Indy, Illinois border. Oh.
In Indy or in Illinois?
From Indy. 30 miles from Indy.
Yeah, but which side of the border is he on?
Chris asking what I-70 Tim?
I
In
don't know.
Illinois. In Illinois. He's in Illinois. I know you didn't mean it, baby.
Did you watch Friday Night Show, Hogleg?
I watched bits and pieces of it. You had a good crowd up there.
Yeah. I won.
You won.
Yeah.
Yeah, she won her own tournament.
What was your
Challenge.
biggest?
What was my biggest? I don't know what the biggest was on the show. It's about 21 pounds. I think my biggest of the night was about 24.
Shit, that's a record night for me, Jody.
I caught, I don't know how many I caught. I probably caught at least 15 that night.
Good.
I caught bigger fish. The weekend before I caught 25, and then the weekend before that I caught 27 on that night, Friday night.
Hey, y'all.
Bill.
Melissa come back here just about crying a while ago. You know. I said, what's the matter? I didn't mean to. I didn't mean
Uh-oh.
Chop my.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Well, Steven's got some glue you can borrow. We glue that sucker back up.
Go wash your hair real quick. We need some glue.
Hey, y'all remember the Christmas story when she broke his leg lamp?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's Melissa.
At least you got all the pieces back in here.
And there's Hog Leg in the living room trying to glue it back together.
Yeah. I got the order.
Oh, Melissa, she's crying about it. Bless her heart.
I told her it'd be all right.
Yeah. It can be replaced.
Yep. As long as she didn't get cut. Because that is a real portion.
Did I hear a cat?
Yeah, that's Schroeder. He's got to get in the show, or you know Schroeder.
Jody, are your mayflies gone?
Just about. I only had like 5 on the boat that I saw Friday.
Good morning to you, Captain Morgan.
Morgan. Captain Morgan.
Good morning, Tinkerbell. Good morning, Captain Morgan.
What's up, Tinkerbell?
Morgan.
As KP would call him, Pina Colada.
Yeah.
Captain Morgan, that's a rum, isn't it?
Yep.
Beats me.
Yep.
Oh, and I had
I-
one alcoholic beverage this weekend, boys, and it right away the headache, and right away I felt like crap. I'm like, this is why I don't drink.
Wow.
I used to like a light rum.
I never did care for rum, period. I was always the whiskey drinker, and I like blackberry brandy in my coffee in the wintertime.
Yeah, the cowboy coffee right there.
Brown whiskey has always messed my stomach up.
Now, I will say that the whiskey, the cheap whiskey, I get mean with. The more it costs, the more mellow I get. Why is that?
That's liquor. The more you get, what you pay for with liquor.
Yeah.
Yeah, oak barrel aged whiskey. Something about that messes my stomach up, and I can't drink just a little bit of it. And it'll be in knots.
Now, I like whiskey. I like bourbon too. Jim Beam.
I tried, boys. It was just a beer too.
I didn't care too much for beer. I never have liked the taste of beer.
The witch said, "What do you want, a Bud Light?" I said, "Hell no. What else you got?"
Hey, liquor does it quicker.
I ain't
Quite
drinking Bud Light. Get out of here with that. They're trying to give it away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I prefer a beer that's more malty than one that's got a more hoppy flavored. But I really don't drink anymore.
No, I don't either.
Modelo Special is good if you're eating something. To me, the Modelo Special is a good beer to have with food, and that's about really all I drink anymore. Every once in a blue moon, if I go to a Mexican restaurant, I will have a beer. But
Yeah, Modelo's a good beer.
Yeah. That's like me and Melissa. Every occasional, we might have a drink.
Oh, that's when you put the dogs to bed and turn out the lights.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
One drink and we're in bed with a dog.
Well, when my ex was pregnant with my son, as soon as she found out she was pregnant, neither one of us drank. And then once he was maybe 3 months old, you're looking at, we hadn't had a drink in a year nearly. And we're like, we let him stay with my parents one night. And, hey, let's have a drink. And she got some wine coolers and I got some beer. And we both had one and went to sleep.
You guys remember Zima they had back in the day?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was horrible.
They smelled
Bottles
like
and greens and sea growlers.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember Zima smelled like dirty feet.
Yeah, man.
Hog leg, you rascal.
What?
Talking about one special occasions, Melissa and I. Rascal you. Jody, so that at least you're not hitting any traffic. That's good.
Nah, there ain't. This isn't very populated. I'm fixing to go into a town, but it's still not going to be traffic. This is all back road, back countries.
Yeah.
I like how you say fixing. I love when people say that. I'm fixing to do this, or I'm fixing to do that.
Well, that's a word. Didn't you know that?
It is where
Well, we don't say about to very often.
Yeah, I say fixing all the time. I'm
bet.
fixing. How else would you describe that you're going to do something in a little while?
About.
Kenneth,
Or I'm going to.
But I don't say about. If I'm writing something, yes, I will type in about to. But if I'm talking, I generally say I'm fixing to.
Kenneth said about because he said, I'm a boot.
I'm a boot. Yeah, that's what he said.
I'm a
I'm
boot
a boot
too.
to get me a beat to eat. A bake to eat. I'm a boot. I'm a boot to get me a bake to eat.
Yep. I'm a boot.
I forgot to eat like the last 4 days. I was having so much fun. Like literally, I didn't eat. I had maybe like snacks. My wife ordered like what $300 worth of room service for her food, but I was having so much fun. I was afraid I'd miss out on something. It was just
Oh wow.
so much fun.
Well, let me ask you this, Skywalker. How much of that money do you want did you bring home?
Oh, I brought home 30,000.
Oh,
Oh, you hit the casino
Yes, ma'am.
and you won?
I won $30,000. I got all the nights comped, which was $400 a night,
Yeah.
and I got front row tickets for Lisa Caputo, Long Island Medium, for free.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you. I mean, stuff like that never happens to me. So, I mean, when I go to a casino, I expect to lose every bit of it, and I always do.
Yeah.
But this time was just jackpot after jackpot after jackpot after jackpot. I couldn't, and I ain't got time to eat. The bells keep whistling, and I'm winning money. And then I met like the staff and the other people down there, and just I'll never forget this trip.
Yeah. My biggest night, I had 3 jackpots, and I got 24,000.
That's good. That never happens to me. This was the first time. But y'all have those. This was an Indian casino, but y'all have a bunch of them in your areas, don't you?
No, I had to drive to North Carolina. It's an Indian casino.
yeah.
What about you, Jose?
No, we don't have casinos in Georgia.
Really?
Yeah, we just have the lottery.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
have a
have
lot too.
So go figure that. Have the lottery, but no casinos.
Right.
we have what they call riverboat casinos, but
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
not really riverboats. They're just made to look like a riverboat.
Yeah.
But then the Choctaw Indian tribe has casinos up in
Well,
Philadelphia.
I get a check every month from the Cherokee tribe because of the casinos.
Yeah.
Because they have to pay their tribe, so I get a check every month. So
Wow.
God bless them. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I have a friend who's Athabascan Indian, and he gets oil money from where they're drilling in Alaska.
Yep, goes to the tribe.
Mm-hmm. They're drilling on tribal lands, or they're pumping on tribal land, and he gets a check every month.
Yeah, that's hard to do. That's hard to convince the tribe to let them do that. So I bet they got paid out big.
Yeah.
Are you driving over a bridge there, Jody? Is there any water underneath that? Throw a rod out one time real quick.
Oh, yeah. This is where I fish, Kingston.
Oh, there you go. Stop real quick. 5 minutes.
There's no way I would go for 5 minutes. I'd be here the whole day.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I fish all this water through here.
Vanessa,
Like the back of my hand.
the Junior Johnson moonshine, you can get that in blackberry, and you get a quart jar of it with 2 inches of blackberries in the bottom of it, and it's pretty good.
Now, how would you know, Steve?
Well, I've bought it before.
Oh man.
I got a buddy.
And it's a nice sipping.
Yeah. Oh, moonshine, you had to see it.
You gotta sip it.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had real moonshine. I've had
Oh man, you don't know what you missed.
store-bought moonshine. I've never had real.
Oh, squeezing.
Well, if you're getting real backwoods moonshine, you really have to be careful
Yep.
that you don't get lead poisoning out of it.
Yeah.
Well, no
Get it
thanks.
from a reputable moonshiner.
No thanks.
that's been around for years and has served people for years.
Let's just say I live in the hills of Tennessee.
Oh, you got some connections then, Jody.
It's moonshine everywhere.
One of my father's neighbors, while he was growing up, grew sugar cane and corn, but never took it to the market.
That was ingredients. Indiana Chris said, I just made contact on the CB radio with a guy that lives on or by the Tennessee River. Real nice fella.
Wow.
I used to do that as a kid. We had a CB radio in our room, and we used to contact truckers on there and just talk to them.
Welcome in, Sandy Toes.
We always growed sugar cane growing up, but we did molasses. We would have big stir-offs.
Good night.
Yeah. I have two cousins that grow and process sugar cane.
Yeah, there's a little guy about 8 miles away from us that does it. He grows his own big sugar cane field and harvests it himself. He's old too.
Now sorghum, I'm not big on sorghum. It's got too strong of a flavor.
Yeah, leave that for the cows.
I like it on biscuits and butter. And it probably has to do with how each person probably has their own recipe.
I'm not even going to go there, Jody.
Why?
Recipes, cooking. Depends on who makes it too.
You know, I was always young. I wasn't allowed to make it. I had to grow it and raise it. Then when it came time to cook it, the men always pushed me away and they took over.
Yeah.
I had this one field I did all myself. Well, my grandpa helped me plant it, but I tended to it myself. And then when it came time to plant it or to do the cook-off, they pushed me away, and I throwed a fit and cried. And I'm like, he just wasn't around the whole time I was out there tending to it for 2-3 months, And then they finally let me get in on it. But yeah, I throwed a fit.
August said, backstrap and molasses. I don't care for molasses.
Yeah, I like it. But I grew up making it, so that's why I like it.
Yeah, my cousins grow a green sugar cane, and it's not good for chewing because it's real hard, but it makes a very mild flavored syrup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this old man down here, he grows half a field of the green and then half of the field of regular sugar cane, the purple kind.
Blue.
Yeah, blue.
Generally what they call blue ribbon.
Yeah. And he mixes them together and makes his syrup.
I ain't even going to tell y'all what all they grow out here is.
Welcome in, Small Water. Good morning. What is
the National Forest out there full of illegal fields that they're having.
Dude, it's out of control.
Oh, yeah. All right, look at there. Small water charters. You knew that was going to come up, didn't you? Perfect timing. Alexis Mick with a slap on the basket. Ooh. Yeah, I like cane syrup, but
I'm trying to think if I've ever had molasses. I might have or I might not have. I'm trying to remember. I probably did.
Well, if you ever find yourself in the South around late October through November, and you see a fruit stand on the side of the highway, stop in and see if they have any sugar cane to chew.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you peel the bark off, and you have the pulp in the inner portion, and you chew it. You swallow the juice, but spit the pulp out. And I got a New Yorker hooked on that one time.
You hooked this California boy up too. That sounds.
Hey man, I had that same SWR meter. I had that same SWR meter.
That's an antique right there. That's gorgeous.
Cobra GTL. That's a
That's
2000. That's a 2000. It's digital. I had a 2000 and a 148.
That's in really good condition.
Yep. D104 microphone.
Hey, what's hooked up? Is that hooked up to that battery? That car battery there for the power source?
Yeah.
Wow. That's a lot of power.
Well, I don't know. The radio plugs into 110. He probably running that little amp.
Yeah.
Off the battery.
To the battery.
Yeah.
In the mid 80s, I knew some people who lived in a very rural area of northeast Mississippi. They didn't have a telephone. They had a CB with about a 50-foot tower. And that's what they did all their communicating with.
That's a living. The only thing I'd be afraid of is an emergency. Other than that, I'd be happy with that.
Hey, Parker, Pursuit. Which route are you taking through here, Georgia? If it's 82, we don't live too far from US 82.
Yeah, boiled peanuts are pretty awesome.
Georgia.
And Mark's Melon Patch is got some good boiled peanuts.
Georgia.
Yeah. I got my ex hooked on boiled peanuts and sugar cane as well.
I've never had
I got my ex
peanut.
on bananas, and she's in the Oakland Zoo.
You know how you said that you wouldn't want to just have a CB if you lived remote and for emergencies?
Yeah.
You ain't got to worry about it because it takes them an hour and a half to get to your house when you live rural like that.
I don't know. Nowadays, they got they'll helicopter you in, I think, now, though.
No, because it's too there's too many trees and stuff.
You're
There's no
right.
place
You're
for
right.
them to land. And
You're
they
right.
still has to come get you and drive you out somewhere to a pad they pre-made just for that.
Yeah. You're right.
Unless you get a heliport put in on your place.
Yeah, that's, who has that? That's cheap.
As many accidents as there is up where I live on ATVs, you would think they would make one up there.
Yeah.
As many people has to be flown out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they have them on movies.
Yeah.
And I use
Little Shack in the Woods with a CB radio.
Yeah.
Well, but
I was in a hunting lease that had, I think the lease was about 4,500 acres, and it was all owned by a timber company. There was a heliport in there that they would use.
Yeah, Melissa, she's headed to work.
Yes.
Parker, what route you taking to go to Florida?
Yeah, we're gonna come out to Georgia, Hogleg, my wife and I. When's the best time to go? What, October, as far as weather goes?
Late October, early November.
Yeah, November is usually.
Yeah, I want to visit you guys, and I want to visit my friend Kevin, who I'm in business with too. I just wish I can. I'm gonna ask him tomorrow what part of Georgia he's in. Maybe he might. Hopefully, he's right by you. That'd be easy for me.
I can run the CB off the battery also if it's done.
Great.
That's right.
That's why, you know what? When all hell breaks loose, us catfish community, we're gonna be all right. We're gonna be the last man standing.
Heck yeah.
We won't be starving.
We won't be starving. We'll have electricity. We'll have, firearms. We'll be, yeah. We'll be the strongest to survive. You know what I'm saying?
The bass fishermen will be starving because we use all their fish.
Oh man, you hear that, John?
That rivalry is real though between bass fishermen and cat fishermen. I even hear when I go to the lake, where are you catching? Oh, I'm going for catfish, and the bat fishermen are just like they just give me like that side eye look. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, and when you live in Flathead and Blue Cat area, all thing you have to do is tell them, yeah, well, the fish that I'm trying to catch, eat your fish for lunch.
Yeah, I'm gonna steal that.
Ah,
I'm gonna steal that.
Yep.
wow. You hear that, don't you, John?
I personally don't care. I don't got no beef with bass fishermen, but
No, I used to be a bass fisherman.
It's fun, but as I got older, I like something a little more relaxing.
I thought that too until my last trip. I don't know if you were here. I was selling hog leg before I went
Yeah.
on vacation. I had a catfish every 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I thought I was going out there to relax, but I just kept reeling in fish, which is cool.
Mhm.
But most of the time, yeah, we've all put in the time where we've sat there for hours and not caught anything, and that's what we enjoy, man. Just to think and sit out there and be out in the water and
And
get
eat.
out of the house and
Eat.
When I fish the Mississippi River, we'll sandbar hop because my boat's not made really to stay out on that water. And I got there one time and just caught fish the whole time we were there. Then to go another time, and we spent 24 hours out there and never caught a fish.
Yeah.
And we even had trot lines out and still didn't catch anything.
really.
Wow.
Hey, I'll
What's
be
that
back.
Brad Paisley song go? It goes moonlight on a
All
duck
right,
line,
Parker.
catfish
Okay,
on a trout line. I love that line from that Brad Paisley song. Moonlight on a duck line, catfish
Yeah.
on a trout line.
Yep. I know you've heard of Luke Bryan.
Yep.
He's from him and Colt Swindell. Cole Swindell.
hmm
They're about 30 miles away.
Yeah, I know Luke's a Georgia boy.
He's
We got to meet him when he was out here. He came out. He was on the Kenny Chesney tour. He was an opener when he came out here. Cool guy. He's a lot thinner then.
but he's his dad. We throw fish fries for his
Oh, really?
dad. Yeah. Yeah, him and Cole Swindell, Cole Swindell has that new song out with Jenny, what's her name? Jody Messini in it.
Jody
Also.
Messina, she's still doing stuff.
Yeah.
And then when I was doing security for that Jason Aldean concert, I got to share a rack of ribs with him. Cool dude. He was hella cool. Another hog leg, another celebrity. I mean, he was probably him and I were the same age, so we were talking about a lot of stuff. He's about 5'6", really short dude. I guess you got to be under 5'6" to be a celebrity, man.
Yeah.
But Luke Bryan was pretty tall. He was about my height. And then Trace Atkins, he's what, 6'5", 6'6"? He's a big boy.
Trace Atkins is huge.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Oh, dude, boy.
Y'all hear Toby Keith?
Yeah, me and Melissa watched him in concert on YouTube. Around July, and he's looking bad.
I'm surprised he's still with us, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
His concerts are the first country concert I ever went to was a Toby Keith concert, and the parking lot parties, and just the concerts were just one big party. Everybody getting along. There was no fighting. part of that was probably there was 5 girls to every guy. When you get that type of atmosphere, there's never fights. Never. Because it's always 2 guys fighting over a girl.
Yeah.
But I don't like that stuff. I don't like to fight unless I have to. And I just want to go out and have a good time. But yeah, Toby Keith concerts, you can always count on a good time. That was back in the day.
I say I used to live in Douglas, Georgia, and Douglas, Georgia has a place called Holiday Beach, where all the rich people live out there. They live around a big lake, all on the water. They have a portion of it amusement park. In the middle of that amusement park is what they call the Little Old Grand Opry.
Oh, it sounds gorgeous.
Yeah, and when I was young, I was around 16, 17 years old, I would help setting them up. I was the light man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and before the shows were set up, we'd get there, I'd have to help set them up,
Yeah.
I met Alabama.
Oh, wow.
I met
Oops. My bad.
Jody, you all right?
Yeah, I just moved my arm. Jerked
Okay.
it off.
Yeah, I saw Hogleg. I saw a documentary about a guy who had put lights up like you did,
yeah.
but he did it for Candlestick Park during the 1989 earthquake.
Oh
And
man.
he was 400 feet up in the air when it happened, putting a new light on. That stadium, because I was there. That stadium, it was like a washer machine. That's what it felt like. And he said,
Yeah, imagine.
he was hanging on for dear life, boy. Woo.
I was never. Welcome in, Ernie Brown. I was never that high up. Welcome in, J&J.
Welcome in, guys. Yeah, I was
guy
going to
I
ask
used to
you that,
work with.
Hogleg, if you ever had to climb to put lighting up.
Nah, well, no more than 75 foot,
That's still pretty up there. But y'all ain't got earthquakes. You ain't got to worry about it.
No,
Just
we
like-
don't have earthquakes down in Georgia or over in Georgia. Well, we have occasional though, because I remember when I was driving, I was in right below. What's the name of that town right below? Chattanooga.
Hot Saucy Daisy. Hickson.
I'm going to say, ask Jody. She'd know.
No, it's in Georgia still.
Dalton.
Yeah, Dalton. I was in Dalton. That no, it wasn't Dalton. Anyways, just just below the Tennessee line. I was at a truck stop up there, and I was getting my fuel. Then I went in to pay for it, and the earthquake. I could feel it. It was earthquake in Georgia.
We'll have a little tremor every once in a blue moon, but
That
in
Ringo.
the late 1800s, there was a serious earthquake up around Memphis, and it was strong enough it made the river run backwards.
I heard about that.
Yeah, caused some pretty serious flooding up and around that area when it did.
Indiana, Chris, you right. There's Ringo, Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. There's fault lines all around the country. It could happen. I hear about earthquakes in Texas. Not big ones, but still.
Little bitty tremors.
Yeah.
Good morning, Uncle Lou. Welcome in.
So Uncle, I call Uncle Captain Lou.
Captain Lou Albano.
Yeah.
You doggone right, small water. I made it earth. Move for Melissa.
Hell yeah. Amen to that.
All right, you have a good one, Vanessa.
Take it easy, Vanessa. You have a good day also.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna jump off. I'm gonna go get some rest finally after 4 days. And y'all be good. Thank you, Hogleg, Melissa, and everyone for keeping us updated on the community tab. If y'all are wondering about KP, always go check Hog Legs community tab.
Yeah.
They're really good about updating it. And for crying out loud, please give this video a like, live stream a like,
Yeah.
and hit that subscribe button. Tell your friends, tell your family.
Thank you.
And I'm out, but God bless you guys. Jody, Steven, Hog Leg, doggone.
Doggone.
God bless you guys. Chat, I love
Right.
you. We'll see you
Thanks for
tomorrow.
coming in.
Bye.
Hey, have a good one, Skywalker.
You too, brother. Take care.
Y'all should read the stories about 1811 and 1812 earthquakes at New Madrid, Missouri. It reshaped the river. Awesome stories. I gotta go check that out. 1811 and 1812.
The Great Flood of, 29 reshaped the Mississippi River.
He probably put it back.
Was it 29 or 27?
I don't know.
It was
I know the Great Flood of Albany, Georgia was in 1994 and 1998.
yeah, like all the Mississippi River changed its course, left lots of oxbows along it from that. And the people who live out in the bayous down in Louisiana, they all had to move out of their homes because the flooding was so bad. And that's what led them to build the levee system along the Mississippi River.
Yep. Talking about building a levee system, that's what Lynn from Catfish Fevers is doing right now. Welcome in, Viking.
Morning, gentlemen. Morning, and Jody.
Viking, how you doing?
Howdy.
Welcome in, Greenwell.
Hey, Viking.
We had an eventful weekend this weekend at the show.
How did y'all do?
Did you lose a finger?
All right, I got y'all back.
All right. How did y'all do it? And Jody said, did you lose a finger?
No, we got the show shut down.
What?
Yeah.
Good
But in
morning,
there,
Richard.
no heat, or there was no AC, dirt floors. We were lied to by the venue, and all the reptile vendors left. I went back Sunday and helped the rest of them pack up and leave.
What?
And then the show promoter was walking around like everything was okay.
Wow.
Don't they have to stay a certain temperature? The
Yep.
animals?
The reptiles can't regulate their temperature on their own.
Right.
So getting, like, even snakes, they get on the hot spot, get off the hot spot, get on the hot spot, get off the hot spot. So leaving them at their normal basking temp all day can kill them
Yeah.
because they can't get away from that heat. I got a post on my Facebook page, and I shared a bunch of posts about what happened this weekend. It wasn't pretty.
I don't imagine it was.
It was in 27 is when the flood was on the Mississippi River.
You see what Richard said, don't you? My grandma was in the Great Flood.
Mm-hmm. 27,000 square miles, inundated in depths up to 30 feet of water over the course of several months in early 1927.
They got hot enough in that building that some fancy chicken stuff, gecko had died.
Good morning, 205. Welcome in.
Some tarantulas passed away.
Well, what kind of arena was y'all in? A cattle show arena?
Yeah,
That's what I'm
yeah, that's exactly what we were in.
Wow.
We got promised he was going to take precautions to cool the arena down, and he never did. That's the only reason I set up on Friday.
Welcome in, Arkman Survival.
As soon as it hit 82 degrees, I packed my stuff up on Sunday and I left, and it hit 82 degrees by 10 o'clock.
Wow.
An hour after the show had opened, it hit 82 degrees.
Sandy Toes.
And where was the show located?
The promoter put his hands on a woman, which is not okay. He's lucky I wasn't there. I would have had to have Big Skip come bail me out of jail.
Wow.
I kind of feel bad I wasn't there when he done that. Because he chose somebody that was probably one of the sweetest vendors I know. And he went after her because she packed up and left after we did.
Daggone. Wow.
That's why I went back up there Sunday to help everybody else pack down and leave. Because I wasn't going to let him try to pull that again.
Good morning, Jack Shore. Wait a minute now, Zach. Didn't I see you on Big Skip's pontoon Saturday night?
Friday night.
Or was it Friday night?
Yeah, it was a local show for me. It was only 30 minutes away from the house. Should have been a good show.
Wow.
Should have been an easy show.
Wild Man Survival.
I was the only crested gecko breeder there. I should have had a good show this past weekend, like a really good show.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the safety of my animals is more important than me making money. Their lives matter more than just a paycheck for me.
Yep. That is your paycheck. What you talking about?
So
you got to protect your paychecks.
I mean, I put a lot of work in these animals. I care about these animals.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put their lives at risk over money.
Small Water says, crusty gecko breeder.
Yeah, I breed crusted geckos. I actually breed like 60 different species of geckos. But the cresteds are the main thing we breed, and they can't handle temperatures over 82 degrees. And they start showing heat exhaustion signs, stuff like that. As my geckos
We've been
started
seeing
showing
geckos.
signs of overheating, I was gone.
Last few years, we've been seeing geckos around the house. I guess is stuff that people let go or escape from their enclosures.
Middle Asian house geckos are really bad in like
Georgia.
populating areas. And believe it or not, those guys come in on like bananas and stuff like that.
Are those the yellow colored ones?
Yep.
Y'all see that?
Yeah.
None of us really keep those as pets. They're mainly like feeder lizards or something like that to a species of snake. Like species of snakes only eat geckos or something, and we use those to feed gecko or feed those snakes. And a lot of those, the reason you see them overpopulating areas and being invasive is because they come in on fruit and stuff like that, banana bundles. They get imported in with produce.
So those banana boat spiders come in.
Yep. It happens more often than what people think. Like, we had a snake come in when I worked at Walmart. It was in a produce bin. And no clue. I didn't even know what kind of snake it was. I'd never seen this species before. But somebody had killed it before I could get to it and get it.
Was it a constrictor or venomous?
It wasn't venomous. It was something in the Colubridae family. It was related to like a chicken snake or a corn snake, which is a colubrid. And I just didn't know what species it was. It was unrecognizable for me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow! Y'all see that mad cat seal? Let's see. Let me share it with y'all. It came in my email. Look at that. I got all the 2.0 Mad Cats on sale for $79.
Oh, wow.
I bet that's because of the expo that's coming weekend. The
Probably.
price there.
Probably. Probably so. But by the time you pay for shipping, you still got $100 in one.
It's still cheaper than buying them and getting them shipped at normal price, though.
Yeah, $10.
Yeah, but you buy multiples, that saves you a good bit.
That's right.
We're still trying to figure out what rod company we want to go with on the boat.
I'd go to with either Uncle Lou's or Mad Cats.
What made you quit using Whisker Seekers, Viking?
Too flimsy. I was missing a lot of fish because there wasn't enough backbone to set the hook on them.
Was it because the fish used that bigger fish, or just all fish just like that?
It was mainly the bigger fish. Like, it didn't have enough backbone. When they took down the rod, it wouldn't set the hook. And I lost a lot of fish over that. Because everybody knows when I first started, I was pro Whisker Seeker. I loved Whisker Seeker. And now it's just like,
If you want stiffness, Mad Cat's medium heavy.
See, I've got one. They're still too flimsy for me. The way I fish, they're still too flimsy. I need a rod with a lot of backbone and a soft tip.
Well, Uncle Lou's got a lot of backbone, but it's and it's got a soft tip. But
I've got one.
man, I don't know.
I know Uncle Lou's. We tried pulling our planer boards with it, and it looked like a fish was already taking it down when the planer boards were going.
Even
But
the
I'm
medium
going to
heavy.
use that rod when I suspend because that might be what it does better for me for.
Even the medium heavy, Uncle Lou's rod.
Yes.
Oh
But
man,
we pull big planer boards. We pull bigger than average planer boards.
Uncle
So
Lou or either Mad Cats would be my choice. I like Uncle Lou rods. Uh,
other than
actually,
that, I like it. It casts
actually,
good.
actually, I like the Uncle Lou rods because they're a lot lighter heaviness than the Mad Cats. I mean, if you had to sit here and hold this Mad Cats all day long, it all day long, man, it'd get heavy. But these Uncle Lou rods, man, they're light as a feather, and they got plenty of backbone. Well, I trust in my Uncle Lou rod.
I use a variety of rods, and they're all missing fish right now on takedowns. Has a lot to do with your bait size and your hook too. On with short bites. If I'm using Uncle Lou, I'm using Muddy River catfishing. I'm using Mad Cats, and I'm using Big Cat Fever with the white ones.
Small water says it takes a lot of backbone and a soft tip to breed geckos.
Jeez Louise.
I
I am
suppose.
one of the only men in the industry that do this. For crested gecko breeders, it's mainly females that do it.
Melissa's got a question. Anybody seen Brokeback Bob lately?
Oh,
I've been seeing them in chat.
I've been seeing it.
No. Catfish Fever says I supposed to be. I should head back to Fargo. Came home for the day. Hooks and Hammock says we pull boards up current with Uncle Lou rods. That's boy crazy.
I catch all the fish on the Uncle Lou's and the Muddy River rods.
Like I said, we pull big boards though.
Yak Shore says I'm at work. I catch fish on all my rods. Hope to get a matching set of something someday.
Which I'm not going to count Uncle Lou's rods out. I'm going to put his planer boards on his rods and see how they pull those. Because we're not using his. I've got a set of his planer boards for the kayak because they're smaller planer boards. I won't take them next time we go out.
Yeah.
See how they pull those boards. Other than that,
Uncle Lou says, guess I've not seen any boards that I've made. What brand boards are you trying to pull, Jack?
we're pulling spreadums. This is just the ones we had on the pontoon already, and I'm gonna bring my set of boards next time we go out. Try them out.
Do they got different sizes in them? Because we've got a set of those, and for the Uncle Lou's that Dale Haystock gave me a set of Uncle Lou's, and I just tell you, the Uncle Lou's is completely different from the Spreadums. I'd rather the Uncle Lou's any day over the different brands we've had.
That's what I've always heard lately is Uncle Lou's, if you want planer boards, get
They,
you a pair of Uncle Lou's.
they pull different.
As a matter of
They
fact,
do.
my
I've
brother
noticed from
KP
the
said,
kayak to the boat because
Juicy.
I used the Uncle Lou's on the kayak. They do pull a lot better on the kayak because I was using my big boards on kayaking. They just, I don't know, it was
Uncle Luke
hard to get
says,
them to pull right.
Uncle Luke says if your boards are pulling that hard, you better toss them away.
Which we had this weekend, it was, I think, we were pulling against 5,000, or not 5,000, 50,000.
What kind of? How much is your dragon weights? How many ounces?
I was using 4 ounce because I was throwing 12-aught hooks with the really big demon drag, or the brutes,
Yeah.
Well, maybe
and half a skipjack was out.
And how fast was your drag?
It was 0.6 to 0.7.
Yeah.
Uncle Luke says the spreadums I've seen are not any bigger.
They ain't.
The
Not the ones
float
we
is
got.
bigger. The float is bigger on those. The foam is
Yeah.
bigger on those.
You know, I bet there's a difference in the foam you get too, just like anything else.
That's
Quality.
right. Feels the
But like
water.
I said, I'm gonna try them with the Uncle Lou's board and see
Juicy.
how it does.
I can only speak for my experience and Uncle Lou's. We've had like 3 different brands, and Uncle Lou's better than any of them.
Uncle Luke says trying to pull boards against 500,000. See if you goofy.
I mean, that's our normal current, though. That's what we're normally at.
Loosen
Yeah,
that
we going
bun.
on Saturday night. I'm gonna bring it. I'm gonna pull the Uncle Lou's boards with it.
Uncle Luke says loosen that bun.
I don't wear it tight. Trust me.
Whole leg, I'm gonna step down.
All right.
No, stay
Hey,
here.
everybody, y'all have a good day. I love all of you.
I hope your head gets feeling better and all the glue comes out.
Yeah, y'all be good.
Bye.
All right, you too. Dale Hayslip says you need broomsticks.
Honestly, for what I do most of the time, yeah.
The big cat fever. I think there's an extra heavy, and they are like a broomstick. The white ones.
Well, I've always heard the mad cats are like broomsticks. Heavy
Nah.
mad cat.
The
That one
softest
sent me
rods
to a
I
rod,
own.
and I liked it better.
This is the order it goes in on all the rods I own right now. I've got the Whisker Seekers are the softest rods I own, and then because they're almost as bad as having they're better than the ugly sticks, but not that much. And then it goes Mad Cats. They're still softer than Uncle Lou's rods. And it goes Uncle Lou's rods, and then the TFRs I own, which TFRs are like broomsticks. I'm just trying to play around and see what rods work best for what I do. It's nothing against anybody's rods that I have. It's just if it works out with what I do.
But yeah, it's just a preference, but
Yeah, everybody's different. I drag high current flow.
yeah.
See, I think me and Viking, we're different fishermen in a way because we're trying to catch a big fish and we're going different waters trying to get them. But I don't do a lot of high current. I don't care what bit the fish slack water. But the thing is, like a lot of the YouTube people will get a lighter rod so the takedowns look bigger. But
See,
I'm
I'm
not.
not that way.
I'm not like that. I want that fish. I could care less what that takedown looks like on YouTube. I want the fish. I don't care what it looks like catching it.
Welcome in, James A. Nubby's Fishing. Welcome
If
Oh,
in.
I
Good
go
morning.
to losing fish on a rod because it's too soft, I will not use that rod. That's why the whisker seekers
Yeah.
don't get brought out anymore.
Yeah. I want the fish, and I want the rod that'll bring that fish in.
Good
Like I
morning,
said,
Shirley T.
I don't care about the show of it.
Because
Double
when me
hook
and Skip
English.
started pulling planer boards, I was losing so many fish on the whisker seeker rods just because they were fully loaded at the time that the fish had already hit because I was pulling planer boards with them. Yeah, that's not okay. I'm not losing fish on the rod. I'm out there to catch fish. I'm not out there to watch takedowns.
Double hook angler says thanks to all those who came into my live Friday to donate to KP and Katelyn. I've got Katlyn's PayPal out on my description of this YouTube and her Cash App.
And that's the sad part. I was going to donate half of what I made this weekend from the show.
Wow.
Yeah.
Melissa said we had some bad thunderstorms last night, more all week with heat wave coming through. Yeah, it's a heat wave fixing to come through southwest Georgia. Yeah, Skywalker. And y'all don't forget to hit the thumbs up for me. Parker says, awesome. Uncle Lou's planer boards are awesome.
I love them on the kayak.
That's what I've always heard.
I haven't found a board that pulls better on the kayak. Honestly, I need to get another set for the kayak.
Yeah, you shouldn't buy just one set. You need to buy 2 sets.
I only have money for the one set at the time.
That's understandable. James A. Go check out my. That's the last update that we've gotten on KP on my
I'll be right back, y'all.
community tab. But when I talked to him yesterday, he started coughing, and that's a good sign. Tropical heat wave temperature rising. It isn't surprising. No, not in South Georgia or North Florida. Thank you, Double Hook, for. Yeah, you've done more than your part. Yeah, they're waiting on the MRI test that they done. The doctors haven't gotten back with Katelyn yet on that. She only got to talk to the nurse yesterday, and the nurse said she can't tell her anything about the MRI. 10 inches of rain this neck of the woods Saturday. Oh, wow. Good Lord. 10 inches, man. That's crazy. Yeah, we got one heck of a thunder and lightning storm, and then after the thunder and lightning storm went through, it was raining cats and dogs. I mean, we got a cover on Melissa's beach out there in the backyard. Man, I had to take a 5-gallon bucket to get the water off of it.
Oh.
Murillo, welcome in. Jody, I would like to know what hooks, knots you tie, line you use, how you prefer to have your drag set. I feel all this goes into hooking the fish, just like you said.
It does.
It
I
really
like.
does.
I
Yeah.
use the same rig on everything, and that way, because I use a lot of the same reels, and I know how to crank it to get it off the bottom. However, I want to fish that way, but I use 50-pound line, usually from Bass Pro, the offshore angler, the high vis yellow. Then I use a 80-pound line, Andy Monster, if I can get it, leader line. I used to use 100, but it's just too hard to get the knots cinched, so I went to 80. And then I use Triple City. I use all kinds of hooks. Minotaur hooks gives me hooks. I use their hooks. I really like them, and I love the Ernie Hog Snatcher hooks from Triple City Angler. They'll catch a small fish. Like I've been catching 2-pounders on the 10-aughts, and the hook's been coming out the back of their head.
I
I mean,
got
it's
some
been set.
Minotaur 8-aughts the 205 sent me.
And I did
Can't
have
wait to use them.
some Mad Cats 8-aught on to satisfy everybody saying that you need smaller hooks. And I was losing a lot of fish popping the hook out at the. I almost got hit in the head with the hook because I lost one at the bank. It popped out or at
Yeah, good.
the boat. So I'm taking them little hooks off and I'm fishing the way I want to fish. I'm not using them little hooks.
My opinion with circle hooks is I'll go 8-aught to 12-aught. It depends on how wide the gap on the hook is. I prefer a wide gap hook.
Yeah.
The brand that I can find with the widest gap hook on a 10-aught to 12-aught is the brand I'm going with.
Good morning, JG Hill. Welcome in. Uncle Lou says, Jody, try Bell Sex Bravo Max line. Same as the Andy line, but cheaper.
Okay.
I use the offshore angler 80-pound leader line. Everything that you're doing, Jody, I do the same way. Other
I
than
don't
my main
use
line's only 30 pounds.
I don't use the offshore for my leader line because it's harder to tie a knot in it. The 80. I had 100-pound. I've actually got a rod spool with the 100-pound. Remember that hog leg?
Yeah.
I still use it and I catch fish on it.
Good morning, Fishing for Whiskers.
But I'm using a triple or a a 3-way swivel, and I run out, so I bought some off Cabela's with the beads on them, and I hooked a big fish while I was asleep Friday night, and it broke the swivel. And James hooked a big fish about 3 weeks ago, and it broke that swivel. Some swivels are crap for big fish.
What kind of swivels are they?
It was like a T, and it had some beads on it. They came from Cabela's.
Yeah.
And they're trash.
Welcome in, DSO in Austin.
Oh man, I forgot to change that crap.
You want me to change it for you real quick?
Do whatever you want to do, buddy. It's Monday morning. I could care less.
I would tell you,
Lord.
it's a lot harder on me fishing alone than it used to be because I got soft on that fancy boat. I'm out of practice.
Wow.
Yeah, we're still trying to figure out this pontoon thing because we're not used to fishing off a pontoon. It's a lot different.
You need a longer net. My net I got ain't long enough now. I changed nets and I have so much trouble with it. If I had a different net, it'd be a lot easier on me. So I'm gonna. Shizzle's gonna trade with me. And I'm gonna get my old net back.
Welcome in, DSO.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you.
Hey, Danny.
Hey, good morning, Jody girl.
Welcome in, Double Hook.
Good morning.
Morning, Danny.
Howdy.
Morning,
Hey, Dave.
Danny.
Morning.
I seen that shirt gave you some luck the other day.
Hold that thought. We're fixing to hit the big old circle spinning spot.
All right, I'll hold that
Luke
thought.
and Amber says
Well-
day one of an 11-day vacation. Oh man, how y'all gonna spend that 11 days?
Well,
Where
Hey,
y'all gonna travel to now?
I will tell you this: if you want to fish in Tennessee, August and September is the hot months. After come November, October, November, the bite dies right back down. But August and September is right now hot.
Yeah, I seen.
Am I back?
Yep, you're back.
Okay, I'll get to Dave in just a second. I want to let y'all know. Hey, Chris and Telly, the 11 days vacation, that's Chris only. Telly's got to work because that sucker won.
I hate to say it, but he's probably going to have a really good time.
Oh no, he didn't.
Telly can yell at me later.
I guess I'll get North Dakota. I ain't good on it. License fish Red River. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I talked to Chris on the phone last night, and he was telling me, he said, I got 11 days vacation, but Telly's got to work. I said, that pretty much tells you who's the most valuable person there on the job, because they said, yeah, you can take 11 days. Go.
Oh,
that's funny.
What time
Yeah,
is
Dave, your shirt worked fine this weekend. It worked great.
Good. At least you don't have to cut it up and retire it.
Oh, I'd never do that.
What time is it?
I'm not going to be able to go fishing this whole week. I'm stuck in my house.
Oh, God.
I sold my truck. I
What'd you
sold
go
my
to
2018 Chevy Colorado to my son, Timothy, because I'm tired of working on his freaking Toyota.
Oh,
Hey, I need to know what time it is.
it's a 7:09.
So it's 8:09 my time, or 7:09.
7:09.
It's 7:09, Jody. Your time is 6:09 here.
Okay.
But I sold him my Colorado for a lot less than market value. And then I took that money and I went over to the dealership in Pratt, and I ended up buying a 2014 Chevy Silverado this time to go back to bigger. But I bought a high country fully loaded with everything, 4-wheel drive, all
Nice.
Yeah.
It's got a TV.
Yeah, baby.
It's got a TV in it, a DVD player, Bose surround sound, moonroof, of course, leather seats and stuff. But it's
Of
got
course.
dual climate control, so Naomi can now stop complaining she's cold or hot. She can make her own side whatever she wants.
James A., that was on Mike Greenwell's channel. Take a Veteran Fishing, August 26th at 8 a.m. He's fully loaded with fishermen, but he's still accepting donations.
I'm gonna jump down. I just got to work. I'm gonna go fire this truck up, get my day going for what little bit we're gonna have it. It's gonna rain here around 12 o'clock, so we ain't gonna be running too long today.
Okie dokie.
I'll see y'all later.
Bye.
All right, thanks for coming in, Zach.
Sorry I
y'all-
came in and started rod controversies.
It's all right. Hey, that's what this boardness is about, controversy.
Right? Later, bud. See y'all later.
Y'all don't
Bye.
forget to check in on these 8 p.m. starting at 8 p.m. Catfish Weekly. Then right after that is Catfish and Crappie.
Good shop light, man.
Now back to the regular scheduled program. What's getting you, man?
Mosquitoes are freaking in my shop.
Mm.
Wow.
What happens when you leave the door open until like 9?
Uh-oh.
Y'all come on in.
Yeah.
Well, my buddy Mikey, my little buddy Mikey's been staying with us, the one that's been in my fishing videos and stuff. He's been staying with us for the last week and a half, helping me clean the garage and do, outside work, get, rid of the 4-foot weeds. And we went and cleaned some cedar trees out of the CRP at the farm and stuff, and just doing stuff like that. He goes back home tomorrow, so I've been using him as much as I could. He told me I drove him too hard. So, but I sold my truck Friday to my son. Today's my last day with my truck, so I won't be able to fish all week. But my new truck that I bought, the reason why the people traded it in and I got such a good deal on it is somebody backed into the driver's door while it was parked at a restaurant. So the dealership, they got it as a trade-in, and of course the people took the money and didn't fix the truck. So, but the dealership has its own body shop, and I was like, well, I'll give you what you want for the truck, but you got to fix the door. I'm not going to buy it with a dented up door and rocker. So they agreed to fix the door. But I bought 5 vehicles from this dealership before, so the owner came out, and the owner's like, oh yeah, go ahead. Fix the door for him, get the truck sold. And then they even went so far as I was like, well, I don't want those street tires, so I'm going to have to buy regular, some knobbies. And he's like, well, what tires you like? And I said, well, I like them Falcon Wild Peaks, and that's what I've had on my last 4 trucks. He's like, well, we'll get you a set thrown on there, and we'll just have you pay the difference of the street tires to the new tires. So.
That's Telly complaining about vacation.
I figured that was her barking at me. I figured that was her barking at me for saying what I said, because I told her that you were going to have a lot of fun while you were gone for 11 days, wasn't you?
No, I didn't tell her that part. I'm protecting you.
That was perfect timing.
Double Hook said, since I was off and you weren't, I was going to have a lot of fun.
Now you're in trouble.
I said I'd go get in trouble by her.
I had no doubt. Trust me.
So she knows what I said, because I told her last night.
Days. She's off for 8 of those 11 days. She has to go in and work Wednesday, Thursday, and then next Tuesday.
I got to stand up, y'all.
Don't let him lie.
I don't know why this Jeep's going so slow. 30 miles an hour. Get out of my way.
He's driving in the mountains.
No,
you know that?
30 miles an hour? That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
David Hughes, welcome in.
I'm doing 60. I'm usually doing 60.
I even offered to give her 5 days of vacation.
No. He said even if he could, he would not.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
You little rascal, you.
So the plan was to get up and go to a new boat launch this morning. We looked at the weather last night, and the weather said, you ain't go. We get up today, and the weather says, you should have went.
That's why I always go no matter what.
Yeah, but when it's showing 75% chance of thunderstorms, I ain't driving 2 hours. And then we get up this morning, and it's showing 30% chance of rain, and not until like noon.
If mine shows tornadoes and earthquakes, I stay home. Anything other than that, I'm going.
We're going to the Red River Gorge Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, hiking.
Uncle Lou said it's not too late.
Hey, I'm going to jump off of here, guys. I'm getting ate up by these mosquitoes. I'm going to go find me a fly swatter.
All right.
Y'all have a blessed day. It was great seeing y'all. I missed the last 3 days not having nothing to watch.
Ah.
So, but hey,
Thanks
y'all be
for coming up,
blessed.
Double Hook.
I'll see you in chat.
Thanks for coming up, Double Hook.
Yep, no worries, brother.
And thanks for dedicating your show last Friday to KP.
Yeah, we didn't raise as much as I wanted to, but
Oh,
you
that
know,
was,
and here's something that's I decided to double what we raised Friday again, so I'm gonna donate a little bit more.
oh, that's enough, man. That's
it's all right. It's all right.
All right.
It'll be okay. I'll just have to sell a box of jigs.
Make your wife mad at you again.
Yeah, she was mad. But you know, she'll get over it.
Oh.
What's she gonna do? She bought 3 purses this last month, so I didn't get mad at that. I mean, it is what it is. So,
yeah.
But anyways, remember, guys, like KP says, keep him in your thoughts.
Yeah.
Pray always. Be blessed, y'all. See you in chat.
That's right. Murillo says, Chris, yesterday I thought I could end up riding the Lightning is when I thought to myself, don't do what Danny Stone would do.
That's good advice. Now that Red River Gorge, is that near? I may be thinking the wrong place. Is that near Des Moines, Iowa?
Come on, flip over.
I heard it echo Des Moines, Iowa.
I'm trying to think of what that place was when I went to Des Moines, Iowa fishing. Is it a Red River or Red Rock? I can't remember.
Red Rum.
Yeah. Oh, be right back. I need my peaches.
All right.
He's going to get his peach monster.
Well, I'm home. I'm switching out vehicles and I'm going to work.
All right, Jody.
All right. Bye, everybody.
All right. Bye.
Bye, Jody.
Bye.
Thanks for coming up.
I'm trying to live stream here.
You know what?
Oh, man. Murillo says Red Rock Reservoir is 50 minutes from my house.
Well, I need a vacation.
Come on, Chris.
You're insinuating you need a vacation for me. I can stay somewhere else.
I did not say that.
I know.
Gotta head out to the shop. Y'all have all right, 205. Thanks for coming in. Good morning, Tasha.
Better late than never.
There you go. He told me that is why, Telly, is what Chad said.
Chad don't know anything. Donald Knight, we're just going to turn this into a bait day. We're going to go get some bait and then probably get up in the morning and go launch in the new spot. New spot.
Well, Danny, do they have the peach?
No, man.
No.
We're drinking blueberry this morning.
Blueberry
Red Bull.
Blueberry Red Bull. I told her, I said, why are you going to start getting my stuff in here as soon as I start drinking it and tell everybody about it and you stop getting it?
Now, wait a minute. Do you get the peach monster or is it a Red Bull peach?
It's Red Bull.
Oh.
Well, you been drinking the monsters?
Kelly got the monster peach. She loved it.
They're actually the monsters are actually better than the Red Bulls.
Yeah, she
So
said it was
she
like
got the right one.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the monsters are way better. They don't get those here very often. I went around across them, so I actually got hooked on the peach monster first, and then they stopped getting them, and I saw the peach Red Bull. And I went to that. And I said, well, that's my second choice then. But yeah, monsters is way better.
Right.
Tell her to stick with the monster, but if she runs out, the peach Red Bull is your backup.
Backup. Good to have a backup. Always
telling
good.
her
It is always good to have a backup.
Do you hear me?
What?
I said I ain't telling her anything. I'm on vacation.
Ah!
Man, you know what? You're pitiful. I can't help you. Sometimes I just don't know. Oh my God.
Oh man. Man,
Oh,
look on her face just now. She was shooting.
just
darts.
hey, I want this out there right now before this goes any further. Danny Stone is hashtag Team Telly.
Yeah. Well, that put a smile on her face.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Leave?
Tell them about me scolding her.
Look at the dog.
That's the squeaking you keep hearing.
That's what Telly does to Chris when she wants to shut up, too. She shoves that ball in his mouth.
That squeaker's coming out of that ball today. That's for sure.
Yeah.
My defense, before I gave her that ball, I said, don't you want to take that squeaker out? He's like, nah.
That's not how I remember it, but
How you remember it too, Kimber, huh?
God, I hate Mondays.
you want some coffee? Want some coffee?
Yeah, I do too.
Say you will.
The road says, leave it. She is happy. We all hope to be.
She don't care whether it's squeaking or not. As long as it's a ball, she don't care.
Melissa says, Telly is so sweet, and look at that cute fur baby.
Oh, God, there's the main boss pulling in here. I wonder what the crap he never shows up here.
Uh-oh, you in trouble, man.
Nah, what else is new?
Oh,
Hey, no surprise. Hey, y'all have no idea what they deal with here from me too.
wow.
It's the same old. How you see me out there on the riverbank? They deal with that at work.
I can't imagine that with Red Bull in it.
This makes for a great day. Hey, when I pull up, everybody's usually sitting around like eating donuts, drinking coffee at time clock. And I pull up, you see them run, jump in their trucks and leave. Hey, oh crap, he's here. Let's go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and three of them done pulled out of here. They left. They're like, I'm getting out of here, man. I'm gone.
Yeah, Shirley T said, Austin catching those PB the other night was awesome, Danny.
Yeah, he jumped from his PB. I've been taking him out on the river trying to get him on a 30-pounder. That's my goal, is get him on 30-pounder. After that, whatever happens, happens. But his first one we took him over and got, he got a 14-pound blue and a 13-pound flatty. And this weekend he got a 23-pound blue and caught another 13 pounds. So he bumped his PB up on his blue and matched his PB on his flatty this weekend.
Nice.
But, man, I had a takedown on that Mad Cat's rod. You guys was talking about them hooks a while ago, having a wide gap. I had hook, man. That rod went down. It was stripping, dragging. I got over there, was pulling, and it just popped right there. And I got to looking, and I had that cotton picking little 8/0 hook on there. I'm like, oh, you're killing me.
Yep.
Wider gap would have kept that fish. I'm telling you, I know it just skin hooked him and pulled it right out.
So, and everything everybody talks about with the wider gap hooks, 100% I agree with. I think the wider gap is your best bet. However, we use nothing but Gamakatsu 8/0 hooks forever. We're just now starting to get some of the FOA 9/0s and 10/0s and trying them out. And I mean, we caught big fish on 8/0 Gamakatsu hooks. So,
well, that's the thing. I mean, I can sit here and cry about it, losing that fish. My 70-pound PB came on an 8/0 hook. That piebald last weekend was on an 8/0 hook that I got from Lyle Stokes. You know, so I've caught big fish on 8/0s. I still believe you're running a higher risk of losing them with them not getting down in there and getting in there on that tooth pad or something, you know.
That's what I'm saying.
But I have landed fish on them.
But, man, I really like those Gamakatsu hooks. I mean, I like them. I mean, they're sharp and they stay sharp.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of them, and to me, I think that's the widest gap hooks I've got is the Gamakatsus.
Now,
but I got 9s and 10s on there.
You know, these 9/0 FOA hooks, I think I'm going to like a lot. Let me get one out here. That's a 9/0 FOA hook, and I mean, it barely touches my thumb. If I can hold it right, but it barely touches my thumb when I go in there.
Well, that looks a lot like the Gamakatsus I've got.
But that's a 9/0 FOA offset circle hook.
It's really similar to the Gamakatsus I've got. It looks like it. Hey, I got to get off here. They're over there staring at me. And I'll see y'all tomorrow morning. God bless each and every one of you. You know Danny Stone loves you with all his heart. Y'all have a great day. Bye, y'all.
Thanks for coming up, Danny Stone. And there was 2 left.
There'll only be 1 here in a minute.
Man,
I got to get our bait stuff ready.
Or
tactics. Which is not a bad thing because we still need some bait. I don't have any bluegill, so definitely need to get out and get some bluegill.
Oh yeah.
We got carp, we got eel. Of course, chicken's easy to get, but we definitely need some bluegill. But the new place that we're wanting to go is just down below a dam, and we want to try to start working our way into fishing the dams. We've never been up close to a dam, you know, like catch and skipjack, stuff like that, and that's something that we want to start trying to do.
Yeah.
And the closest place for me to do that just happens to be not a normal dam. It's got an upper dam and a lower dam, and there's only certain ways to get up in there, so I need to get up there and scout it all out.
Well, doggone, I just updated that thing with your PayPal. I forgot to save it. Yeah, you got
Palmetto.
Do what?
I said palmetto.
Did he sneak in here?
I thought I just saw some. Well, somebody said hi to him. Yeah.
Mustad Demon.
Mustad Demon 12. So I had some of those Mustad Demon circle hooks. That's a really heavy gauge hook. Now, I know a lot of people use them. They're great hooks, but that's a big, heavy hook.
Yeah. David Hughes says, I caught my PB Jody on Jody Friday night, 46-pound blue. Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
And we tried kayaking the Little River. Is he talking about the Ohio as a little river or the ones around my house? That's the other thing that I've been wanting to do this year is get our kayaks. Actually, I want to get a boat. I want to get about a 16-foot flat bottom that we can just drop in our little rivers here.
Yeah.
And try to go after the flatheads.
Good morning, Rebecca and Jamie. Good morning, FD Fisherman.
You know what? That might be something I do while Telly's at work this week. Put the kayak on the river here.
Yeah, that'd be good. Just take you a mini vacation. Go kayaking on the river.
The one around your place, Dingleberry, Ohio, is a big lake. No, I need to do that. I put the kayak on the river here. Was it early last year? But I did it at the wrong time. It was up a little bit and had a little bit too much current. You know, I could only paddle that kayak at 2 miles an hour with very little effort. If I put effort into it, I can get it to 3 miles an hour, but you ain't going to do it for very long. It's like being on an exercise bike. And that river was running right about 2 miles an hour, so I really wasn't going anywhere. I decided to get off the river before I get stuck somewhere. But that may be something I do this week. Put that on that river and drag it.
That'd be nice. Oh man.
Jody. She said PB, not PP. Do not pick of the PP. All right, buddy. Well, let me go get all of our bait stuff together so we can go get on some bait before. I mean, it looks like it could rain at any minute. It's not supposed to until around 10 or 11, but
yeah,
try to get out there and get on some bait.
You got time to get out there and get you some bait.
And then I'm sure at some point we will be live fishing.
There you go.
Several times this week, hopefully. Now, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we're going hiking at the Red River Gorge. So we won't be doing any fishing Friday, Saturday, or Sunday.
Oh, man. You talking about y'all? You be Telly?
Yeah, me and Telly and some friends of ours from YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Carlson Adventures, him and his wife.
Okay.
Telly and I have never been to the Red River Gorge, and there's 2 or 3 sites there that I really want to go out and see. And with it being as hot as it is and stuff and not knowing what the weather's going to do, we decided not to do overnights out there. I think they got a cabin that we're going to stay in, and we're just going to do day hikes out to several different sites over the weekend.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Welcome in, Dallas.
I think the longest one's like, I don't know, maybe 3 miles out and 3 miles back. So nothing, it's not like we're doing 40, 50 miles throughout the whole weekend. You know, it's should be a pretty easy weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be a pretty easy weekend for y'all. I can't hike no more. I can barely walk.
Yeah, you know, they call it hiking, but it's just walking in the woods.
Yeah. I can barely walk anymore.
If I push too hard or if I go too long without taking a break, it'll break me down, especially with my bad leg. But
yeah.
Bugman, it's in Kentucky. Red River Gorge.
Yep, Red River Gorge, Kentucky. Chris, did y'all figure out when y'all were beating the river rats?
Well, Me and Teller were talking about that yesterday. I got to get back in that chat. I think everybody agreed to August the 27th, but we need to double check that. You know, I started that group and it was started to decide a date, and now it's not talking about dates at all.
Or that you can blame that on the river rats.
J Dog.
Oh, J Dog.
J Dog's in that group too. So, but I believe everybody agreed to the 27th. I need to get back in that chat and make sure that's the date everybody's good with. And then it'll be on J Dog's channel, but Brian and Freddie will be hosting.
I thought that's somewhere around where we go against them. Well, we were supposed to go against them on August 12th, but we never did confirm that date. And now that KP's out of commission,
Well, actually, Danny, nobody agreed. That we just threw dates out, and a few people said the 27th, and then it kind of just stopped. We stopped talking about the dates, but I need to bring it back up. Oh, looky here. Somebody's in the background watching. Says, don't blame me. Anytime J-Dog's in a chat, it's going to get off topic.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Take that, J-Dog. Teammate. All right. I'm out of here. I'm going to go get some bait. Prayers for KP. Hope he keeps getting better.
Thank you.
Everybody.
Yep. Thank you. And it's down to 1. And I think I'm fixing to close it out. Any day y'all want to fish, I'll be fishing anyway. How do you order from Uncle Lou? Melissa, have you got Uncle Lou's website, Facebook? You have to order from his Facebook. Welcome in, Joy Stewart. Thank you for praying. Jody says, send an email, Holy. It hadn't come through yet. It took a while for Hooks and Hammocks to come through a while ago. Check, make sure it didn't go through spam. There's 2 in there. And delete them 2. I like keeping my spam folder cleared out. I need to update it, refresh it. Nope, still ain't come across. Oh man, what happened to Patriot James? Welcome in, Tasha.
What's up? I was not going to leave you hanging.
Okay. We're about to shut down anyway.
I know, but I still wanted to come up for a minute.
What's happening to Uncle Patriot James? I want to know. It still hadn't come through yet, Jody. Had a full blockage. Had to get a stent. Oh, man.
Wow.
Welcome in, Bobcat Outdoors. Having a heart cast done tomorrow. Prayers. Oh man, Bobcat's having a heart cath done tomorrow. Prayers appreciated. All right, Bobcat. We sure will pray for you. Probably gonna leave a couple of. Yep. Yeah. You probably will, Bobcat. Welcome back, Fishing Frustrations UK.
No, definitely have a long prayer list.
Yeah. Bunch of people in this catfish community needs prayers.
I pray for everybody all the time, anyways.
Yeah.
Because you never know who's out there who needs a prayer and love sent their way. So
That's right.
I pray every night.
Yep. Me and Melissa, we even in our meal blessings, we say a little prayer. Uh, Even then, you know, we pray for all of the YouTube friends and family. Uh, there's way too many that needs prayers right now just to single them out. Other than, I mean, I better hush. Living on a prayer. Yep. Melissa says, Tashi, you still look half asleep. Well,
Told you I was late. I normally set my alarm for 6:30, and I haven't been using my Restasis for probably like a week. So my eyes are starting to hurt. So they're like barely open
right.
because I keep forgetting to use it.
Okay, it went through this time. Present. Window. Share. This is David Hughes. PB Blue, 41 pounds.
Do you know how many ways you could make off of that fish and deep fry it?
You wouldn't cut that big old fish up, would you?
Me?
Yeah.
I would cut that thing all up, bread it, and I would throw it in the deep fryer.
I'll be right there. Wait a minute now. Oh, you must have popped in and out. Okay. That's James getting that big old fish. And that's a big one.
I definitely couldn't throw it back, especially being I've never caught a catfish that big. And I've never physically seen one that big, so no, it would not be going back in the water.
Oh wow!
I don't care if I caught it out of a mud puddle.
I can't say nothing about that because I used to keep lots of big fish. I wasn't always CPR either, but I didn't let the fish go to waste either. We would fish fry, big fish fries. 46 pounds and he lives. There you go, David. Yeah.
Like I was on Wayne and Stewart last night. There's a difference. A lot of people fish just to fish.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I fish to eat, though.
That's right. Well, you caught it, so it's your fish to decide what you want to do with it.
Now,
But
if I knew it was a spawner or something like that, then that would be completely different.
yeah,
Because I've thrown fish back, big bass, because trying to get the hook off and eggs or whatever coming out the fish, and
yeah,
I'll
yeah,
put it back. But other than that, it coming home.
yeah. I used to be that same way that you were. I mean, but I didn't let them go to waste. I cooked them and ate them or shared them.
Hmm.
And I cooked them and shared with some people. Uh, we we used to have big fish fries out there at Sunnyland where everybody at Sunnyland ate fish, and Luke Bryan's dad ate fish, and uh, so yeah, me and
When
my
I
buddy was in charge of getting all the fish up. So the the bigger the better.
when I lived in North Carolina, we went to this place called Herman's Fish Pond. It's permanently closed now, but it was stocked with catfish, and we had caught some. We didn't keep them all, but there was a guy on the other side that came over with a stringer full of catfish. Now, at this place, you had to pay per pound.
Yeah.
Luckily, the fish that he got didn't weigh a lot, but he gave them all to us.
Oh wow.
So we took them all home, and I cut them all up, and we had such a huge fish fry that night.
Yeah.
It felt like it took like an hour just to get it all deep fried because there were just so many fillets off of it. Well, off of all of them. Caitlin's Cash App is still on your community tab, right?
Yes, it's and her PayPal app
Mm.
is out there. So
Well, I do Cash App, so I'm gonna send her something.
oh yeah.
So you want to hear something funny?
What's that? Oh,
Jamie and I went to Walmart last night and looking at fishing line. Now she fishes with a small, like, open face pole that might be 3 feet long, but the line keeps snapping. So we're looking at the spider wire and stuff like that. Well, the one she picked, we thought it was 12-pound test. It's actually 50-pound test with the diameter of a 12-pound test line
oh wow. Daggone.
of the easy braid spider wire.
Yeah.
And I told her, I said, you put that on your pole. I said, when we go fishing down the river, and I said, you hook a big carp, they're going to be yanking you in.
Yeah, heck yeah.
I don't even know if her reel will take 50-pound test or not. But I died laughing because my son looked at it and he's like, you realize this is 50-pound test? And Jamie's like, no, it's only 12. And he's like, no, it has a diameter of 12-pound test, but it's 50-pound test lines. And trust me, we do not fish for anything that you would need that heavy of a line for. Unless we drove somewhere
Yeah.
to go catfish.
Well, braids a lot thinner than mono, no matter what size you get. Your reel should hold the braid. As a matter of fact, it should hold more of the braid
Than the regular.
than the regular.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Welcome in, PA Trapping, Super Smurf, Fat Boy. Welcome in. And thank you, Chris M. You take care too. Welcome in, Tim Molina.
Yeah, I gotta pull a couple of lines. Or pulls, I mean. My mom's the only one here that has a bait caster, but she uses my one closed face
Yeah.
rod. It's just easier where we go. So I gotta
Now
put
what?
on that.
Yeah. Now what size was that braid you just showed me?
Let's see. It's 50-pound test
Yeah, 50
at
pounds.
110 yards, but it's got the diameter of 12-pound test.
Yeah, yeah. Tasha, you will need to put Donald Knight says, Tasha, you will need to put some backing on that reel first. And all I do is when I put my when I put braid on my reel is I take a little piece of black tape and put it around the reel and
You put your line on?
yeah.
Alright. Yeah, because I don't think, to be honest, I've ever used braided line. Just always been regular, like the mono.
Yeah. All right, Jello. You have a great day too. Thanks for coming in. Super Smurf says, yep, they watch all day long. If they see you touching your phone, it's an automatic 3-day suspension without pay.
Wow.
Good Lord. Yeah, he said they got new cameras in the trucks. Wow.
Now I heard, I think it's Walmart, not 100% sure, but they're talking about literally putting cameras in like every direction inside the cab of the truck.
Wow.
And I'm like, well, that's okay, but you're not putting cameras behind that curtain.
No. Donald says that's works just fine, huh? Yeah. Welcome in, Misplaced Country Girl.
Morning, Denise.
Yeah, what goes in? I don't know, but about you, but I used to sleep in my bunk. I've been known to sleep on the rocks. Commando.
I mean, I didn't always shut my curtains. It just depended on where I was. But the whole fact of having that many cameras inside the cab of the truck is just crazy. And I mean, now, the funny part, I was with Werner. And of course, I had been out of the truck for a while, so I had to go out with a trainer for 2 weeks.
Right.
To learn all their system and stuff.
Right.
Well, probably about 4 days into the training, I called my student manager, they're called. And I said, just so you know, the only time I can sleep is when, we're stopped getting loaded or unloaded. And he's like, why? I said, because she can't even light a cigarette with staying off the rumble strip. I said, so you know how hard it is to be behind that curtain? And I said, hear that rumble strip, you know, every like 5 minutes, right? So when we get back, we have to fill out this big old paper about our trainer. So before she could leave the terminal in Allentown, they put the cameras on the outside of her truck. Because I told them how much she was on that rumble strip. So with Werner, they have the cameras, but it sets off a sensor.
Right.
So if you're like over one line or the other, you get dinged.
Wow. See, that's why I never did. I never would accept a co-driver because I don't trust my life with somebody else's hands. But I taught myself how to drive a truck, and I just went out there and bought a day cab, a Freightliner, a freight shaker, with long nose, with a 300 Cummins in it, and bought me a log trailer, and I taught myself how to drive. I figured if I could pull logs, I could drive.
Well, my dad buy dump trucks, and then I could drive those fine. But you put me in a regular standard car, and I can't. And it's still that way today. I still cannot drive a regular standard vehicle. But I can get in any truck and drive it. Log trucks, dump trucks. I don't really like anything above a 10-speed because for what I did, like when I drove, it was overkill to have 18-speed.
Yeah.
Unless you're gonna be out west climbing, those big peaks and stuff like that, running the way where I've gone, you didn't need anything above that.
Right. Well, I agree with you. You don't need nothing. There you go. Hashtag KP Strong. It's 7:59. Well, it's about time to close it down, folks.
All right. Well, you guys have a good day. Much love and prayers, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning.
All right. Thanks for coming up, Tasha.
Anytime.
All right. And I want to thank each and every one of you for coming in the chat. It wouldn't be a show without y'all. Thank you. And remember, hashtag KP Strong, y'all. And as Melissa says, tell somebody that you love them today. It'll help you out and it'll help them out. And like I say, I always give the good Lord above thanks for letting you have another day. He don't have to, and it's his will. All right, so deuces, y'all. Catch y'all tomorrow night. Same time, same channel. Deuces.